Real friends. How many of us have them? The ones that pick you up from O'Hare Airport. Friends that don't count favors. Friends that text you, bitch, that dick was too good. I love my girls. I adore how they show up for me, and it'll forever be fuck the enemies. So this is to all the real bitches out there who held it down and never folded. I love you deep.
Sometimes I wonder why I'm just so blessed. Nobody. Like, God really just keep on blessing me, and it's not fair to you hoes. Nigga, what the fuck do I look like a walk in the park, bitch? You gotta pay for this. Take your fucking drawers off, nigga. Get naked in this bitch. Y'all fucking it up for bitches like me. Bad bitches. Bitches with self-esteem.
Yes, I indulge in talking shit. Do I have the facts to back this up?
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Diamond Dosage podcast. It's your girl Diamond, and I'm super excited today to be sitting with the BreeSpecific, the 290 queen. She told me she the big 290 queen at that. Okay, I can't relate, but we gonna get into some fun things today. We debunking all friendships or friendship things that you guys have heard or seen on social media. We're here to debunk those today. I got some stories for y'all. Bree probably got some stories.
My friends if you mad at me.
No, as long as we don't say no names.
They cool, they'll be fine.
Everybody would be okay. So we're going to get into some myths, some debunking. Bree, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit more?
Yeah, I don't, what camera do I look at? Y'all are high tech up in here, shit. Oh, okay. Hey y'all, I'm BreeSpecific. Y'all can listen to me on the weekends, Power 92. I also do work with other media platforms like What's the Word, and I have a boutique candle line called Specific Scents. So make sure y'all go shop. Period.
Yes. So how did you get into the radio? I just wanted to ask you that.
I fell into it. I was at SIU. Shout out to Salukis. And it was like my junior year, and I met this lady. She was a black lady, and she was like the GA for, I think, like communications or something. And they put her in the radio station. So she just walked up to me and like gave me a pamphlet. It was like, you should come to our meeting or whatever. I was like, you know what, I'll come, because I usually dance. So I was like, I need something else to do. And I went. I was the only black girl there.
Really?
And she kind of like threw me into it. She was like, I'm going to show you how to do the board. I'm going to show you how to do this, doing that. Starting off, I was terrible. Like, I was just going as I learned. Like, I just kept doing it, and I just been doing it ever since, literally.
Okay. How long you been on the radio now? With Power 92?
It will be, I think it's just made 3 years. Yeah, just made 3
I remember we had a conversation like some years ago. I don't know if
At
you remember.
Louis,
yes, and you was like, I want to
girl.
get on the radio. I want to get on the radio. And I was like,
Yes.
she finally got on the radio. I was really happy for you.
I'm happy for you, girl. We was speaking a lot of
Yeah, it was a lot of manifestations that happened that day, and like all of it really just came into light. So
Yes,
that
we need to
conversation
go
was
back to
needed.
Bar Louie over some
Girl, you know
drinks.
they tore that one down. It's like
It's
it's like
crab
a
place.
it's like a seafood place now.
Wow.
Yeah,
don't
Chicago
need
is
no more seafood places. We don't. We
that Bar
very
Louie was
ghetto.
too bussin' though. But okay, y'all, we're gonna get into some things. I'm going first, and then Bree will go second, and we just gonna go from there. Debunking friendships, myths that you heard about friends, and things like that. So, starting off, the more friends, the better. I learned this the hard way, but what's your opinion on it before I speak?
I think I've always had a lot of friends.
Mhm.
Like, my friends are kind of separating because I like people. So my friends are kind of like separated in groups. But luckily for me, I've always been able to mesh my friends. Like, I've never had like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like your friend. Don't bring me around this certain friend. Like, I've never had that. Or even if there was like a disagreement, we made sure we talked about it, hashed it out. Let's go to the club.
It's giving mature because I no. I feel like once you like put yourself out there and like you are kind of on the scene, like people think they're your friend. So it's kind of weird. Like when I first like started like blogging and like going out more and like going to these events and stuff, I met more people. So like they were calling me their friend and like stuff like that. But you gotta know how to discern your friendships, right? Everybody can't be your friend, and that's just what it is. Like a lot of people that I used to hang out with, they're not my friends anymore because their true color showed, and that's just how it is. So,
But even when you're working in an industry like in media and entertainment, like you have to look at these people differently too, because 9 times out of 10 they want something from you, or they see you going somewhere and they like, oh, let me hurry up and get cool
jump
with
on the
her,
bandwagon.
so I can jump on the bandwagon. A lot of times it be like that. So when it comes to people in the industry, a lot of times I look at them as associates. That don't mean we can't go out. Right. That don't mean we can't kick it, but don't be thinking you gonna come to my house and we gonna be drinking wine. So
or
like,
mimosas.
No, like, yeah, don't be drinking mimosas. It's like, no, like we can.
Right.
We can
Everybody not your fucking friend. Exactly. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like, we'll get into that later. But
boundaries. It does.
It comes with setting boundaries. And like, I didn't understand, like when I was younger, like in my early 20s, like I didn't understand that everybody don't have like the best intentions for you. So you cannot have everybody as your friend. But thank God I've been blessed with friends that I've had since college for years who I have like a real core group of friends that I can honestly trust. So
have you ever had to break up with a friend?
Yes. It was really sad, honestly, because we was friends for like years and years and years. Like we were friends for years, but it takes two to tango. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that in relationships because we always want to point the finger at the next person. Mm-hmm. And our friendship, I can admit that I was wrong in a lot of areas as far as just like me kind of being explosive about the situation. And that was the young me. But she was also very guarded and distant, and we just kind of grew apart. It was never like a conversation that had taken place. What about you?
Yeah, but I've never handled it. That's a toxic trait about me.
Handled it like you just cut. Like that's a Scorpio. That's some Scorpio shit.
I will cut you.
Y'all don't give a fuck.
It's so toxic, and I'm working on it now because I've seen it happen, and then I've seen like the aftermath of it, like how that person was affected by it.
How were they feeling about it?
So it was like, but it was weird because instead of that person coming to me, like, why aren't you answering my phone calls? Like, why aren't you hitting me up? Like, why am I not invited to this and that? They were kind of going around to everyone else that
telling
was
everybody
around
else
me.
how they feel. Yeah.
Right. So now it's becoming messy. Now it's like, oh, now you're talking shit about me. Now we about to throw him. No. It's getting very messy. So after a while, it got back to me that this person spoke on it. So I was like, well, let me just hit her. Right. Let me just have, at this point, it's like, ain't nothing to do but have a conversation. But it was just like, it was weird because I don't think I never outgrew a friend that way. Like, you can outgrow people.
What happened, though? Like, did something happen?
Oh, honey, you got me telling my business. Girl. What a mimosa said, girl.
Just take a little sip and it's going to come out. I want to know what happened, girl. Stop. Nah, but shit definitely does happen.
No,
and
I'm gonna send Ty an invoice.
So she's sending you an invoice.
In a nutshell, it was just kind of like it was just, you know how you have friends and y'all be on different levels sometimes, and how do I say this?
Just say it.
No, I can't just say it. I can't just say it.
That's probably what's wrong with me.
So you have friends, you're on different levels, but it's like you want to help your friend or whatever. Yeah. So, you put friends in positions or whatever. And I just felt like I couldn't be myself. Like, I couldn't be
You were
Brianna.
Uncomfortable? Right.
Like,
okay.
I was like Bree-specific. And I didn't really, it was weird.
I know, I feel that. I feel that. Like, I've experienced things like that.
And it's not even on no cocky-ish. It's like
people love you for who they think you are. And like, they don't understand. Like, we just.
Right. And a lot of times I get into situations. That's when I started to learn how to set boundaries with people, because a lot of times I get in situations where it's like, okay, I think you're my friend, so I'm calling you. How you doing? Like, how your mama doing? Like, you good? And when people want to vent, I'm the listening ear. A lot of times that's not reciprocated. So that was the first situation where I kind of felt like I don't want to be this person's friend. Yeah. Instead of me just outgrowing, and then it's like, okay, we still cool, we just not friends. This one was like, nah, I don't want to be.
Like, it got to end immediately type of shit.
Yeah, like this, we just not the same cup of tea.
Okay. You next on the list.
I think the PR and me handled that well.
You did. It was vague, but it was there.
No, give me a couple more sips, I might get that. Oh, we just talked about women are petty and cut you off for not going to brunch for their birthdays.
Is that you?
No, we are grown.
No, I'm sorry. I'm grown. I'm touching 30. But if you can't make my birthday dinner.
Diamond. People got kids. Depression
true.
is real.
That's true. That's true. People have their own lives, and I feel like I'm really entitled to my friends' time, and like that's another way on the thing. Like, I really do be feeling like I'm entitled to their time, and I'm not.
Are you the only child?
No, I'm not.
You like the middle?
Yeah,
it's given.
Is it giving middle? Why?
Middle child. Because it's like that middle child just wants whatever they want. Like, even if you don't get it, you're going to find a way to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be relentless with getting it.
That's
like,
facts.
y'all would, like, hop a fence and be hanging from the tree trying to get
because middle children don't receive that attention they supposed to receive.
So you got to act out to go get it.
Right. So
You're entitled. Yeah.
First of all, what are you trying to do to me? You my therapist. But no, I feel like if your friends can't make your birthday dinner or your birthday, anything with your birthday, something like take you out or do something for you for your birthday, are they really like your friend?
I don't feel like that.
Really?
I don't feel like that. Like, I'm just big on people who have separate lives. And sometimes imagine how many birthdays a lot of us have on average. So sometimes you're not going to be able to make it to everything.
That's true.
And I have best friends that stay in like other states. So it's like they'll send me a happy birthday. They might not send me flowers, but next year they might send me flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might go on my birthday trip with me when I turn 30 or something. You know, so I don't hold it against nobody. As long as I get some type of acknowledgement.
Right,
like,
that's what I'm
it could be
saying.
on social media. You can send me a text. You can call me or, send some flowers to the crib or something.
Something. But if you're not saying happy birthday to somebody that you say you're a friend, like, you feel some type of way.
Or even if you forget, like, you could have been, even if you forget, I'll even let you have a happy belated. That's just me.
You're very sweet.
Am I?
Next one. Are you? Because that Scorpio got another side. Next one.
Not you trying to bring it out of me.
I'm going to just skip around a little bit. Get some juicy ones. Okay.
Can you have a hoe as a friend?
Okay, go ahead. Fuck it. Can you have a hoe as a friend?
Yes.
I was talking to Ty earlier, and she said, now at this age, you cannot have a friend that's a hoe.
Why not? Ty, you want to answer?
Birds of a feather flock together.
That's not entirely true. I feel like, okay. So
let me find out you got a whole friend, Bree. I'm just kidding.
I have a friend who's recently, she gonna watch this too.
I'm sorry. It's blame me. It ain't Bree. Blame me. Blame me.
I'm like the best podcast, like you tell stories.
You tell it all.
I have a friend who's recently divorced, like just got divorced.
She just out here having her fun.
Maybe she's being a hoe and I love it. She should be a hoe.
She needs to be a hoe.
Okay, but she's still my friend, right?
At what point does the whole phase end?
Whenever you're ready.
Somebody in the background said mind your business because they still out here hoeing.
You can't put a time limit on being a hoe. Whenever you tired of being a hoe, you just stop being a hoe. Like,
you gotta face your whole ways in the mirror one day.
You ain't even gotta do that. You just gonna be like,
ain't nothing wrong with being a hoe is what you're saying.
It's nothing wrong with being a hoe, but honestly, I think it takes up a lot of time to be a hoe,
Exactly.
too.
You got to keep up with all these niggas. You got to fake talk to them. You got to entertain them. And personally, Auntie Diamond, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that.
But if you got time for that, like in her instance, I don't know if this her case, but she just getting divorced. She probably don't have to work as much. She getting a little alimony.
Okay.
All she needs is a part-time job. She probably got like a little nanny or something. So she living her best life. Whenever you tired, then you can sit down, talk to God, and start praying for that man to come. But until then,
live your life.
Hoe it out, honey. Hoe it out.
I mean, that's when you get your best experience, too. I mean, I wouldn't know, but that's when you get your best experience. That's when you get your best experience.
You get some great stories.
Okay, next one. Is it an attack or accountability when your friend holds you accountable and gives you feedback about yourself? Like, because this is kind of like what happened. You had asked me that I had to outgrow a friendship before. That's kind of like what happened. We had like this intervention day. Like, just telling people, like, kind of how we felt about each other and stuff like that. We used to have that.
We called it Sister Circle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So y'all would just come to each other, like, with how y'all felt and, like, gave them feedback about...
We would literally, like, get mimosas and sit in a circle in somebody's living room and spark up and just go around the room and just, like...
Talk and
you
vent it out.
in a certain way. You say it. You don't have to be hostile about it. You don't got to be mad aggressive. You don't got to call nobody out their name. But just say how you feel and why you felt that way.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah, so that basically happened, and I felt like the person felt like they were attacked and like we was coming at them, but it was just for growth purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like we should want feedback from the people that's in our lives and that we can trust. Like they should definitely tell us about ourselves and the areas that we need to improve in.
But it also depends on their approach.
That's true.
Do you feel like y'all was fake attacking her?
I don't. I really don't. And I've looked at this situation so many times because it was so impactful, like, especially in my early 20s, like, losing a friend of that many years. So I've definitely, like, reassessed it. And I really don't feel like we was coming off that harsh. But, I mean, you never know how somebody takes something either.
I was going to say, maybe that person probably wasn't mature enough to think, like, oh, they just...
looking out for me type shit.
Because it's important to have people on the outside looking in.
It is. It is.
It's important to have that, for sure.
You next, Miss 290.
I'm gonna pick something about hoes again.
Not the tongue.
Cause y'all gotta stop coming at people living their best lives. Treat it.
Can you see it? Okay.
Men have a harder time making friends. Men don't be wanting to make friends.
Men be having the same friends since they was a little boy.
And that's the problem.
Yes. And like when I said this, I got attacked. Like I said, like men get have the same friends since they was in the sandbox or whatever. And like I got attacked on Twitter for this. And it was like, I just feel like a lot of women are on that journey of, like I was just saying, like growth and like reflection and evaluation. And a lot of men don't do that with their friends.
But
like,
I feel like society has always, or even social media has always told us that, like, oh, when you get to college, you'll meet friends that you'll have forever.
Yes.
Or, oh, when you turn 30, you're going to meet the friends that are going to, like, stick with you, be your everyday friends. But there's never that with men.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, and I also think it's a difference between men friendships and women friendships. Men always crying, talking about they ain't got no safe space to go to, and but y'all still friends with these niggas that y'all...
Lil Ray right now...
Literally, Lil Ray right now, and like
Lil
you
Ray
didn't
not doing nothing. Now Lil Ray mad at you because you out here growing and you working in this business. You got this and this.
But you still friends with Lil Ray, and it's like why?
Baby,
I've witnessed this with my own two eyes. The fact that, and it's not even to say like you're above somebody when you know you move on to the next level, but mentally we do have to be aligned with people that's around us. And like I've seen with my own two eyes, this man stay friends with this other man. Just because they've known each other for a certain period of time. And that's why I be feeling like men just need to evaluate the people that's around them too. Evaluate your friends.
But that involves them to tap into their emotions, which a lot of men can't do that until they hit like 30.
43. Let's give them 43.
Where did you get 43 from? Where you get that 43 from?
Let's say 43.
On average, you have to be 43 years old to tap into your potential and tap into your emotions.
I want more from men. I want more from men.
They don't know how to set boundaries. Like, and I also feel like the alpha men that are in these friendships, they spend a lot of time trying to help their homies.
Literally.
You spend a lot of time trying to
and
help
they homies be leeches.
Exactly. Put I've witnessed in position. And sometimes it works out by the grace of God. But a lot of times it's like you're going to look back and be like,
I wasted my time.
Dude wasn't even trying to help himself.
Exactly. And like that's where it starts at. Like I just want more from men. Do you think that men, like, because we had mentioned earlier, like the brunch situation, if your friend don't make your brunch, do you think men fall out for stuff like that? Because they say women are so catty.
No, but I've been there when I've seen a man like get touched about his birthday.
Really?
Yeah. And it was like one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Oh my God, was nobody there for his birthday? He wasn't
crying, but yeah, it was kind of like, you know, you see somebody do so much for so many people, and this one particular time, he's just like, dang, like
nobody can do nothing.
Like
for
you
me.
couldn't do nothing. It's like I'm not asking for much. I just want to kick it with my homies.
Right.
But yeah, and it's like once you have to be vocal about that too. You can't just be mad. That's nothing. You can't be mad and just go in the corner and be like, F everybody. I don't want to talk. You have to let them know, like, this is
But men won't do that because they're prideful. And, like, that's kind of what we spoke on, like, with emotional intelligence. Like, they don't understand those emotions that they feel when they do feel like their friends didn't do shit for them for their birthday. Like, it makes them uncomfortable to the point where they don't want to speak to their friends about it. And they just keep with that relationship, you know?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I feel bad for men.
When y'all be shooting dice or doing whatever else y'all be doing, y'all don't got no
y'all there for each other. Exactly. Is it on me or you? It's on you. No, it's on you. Really? Yeah.
Straight men and women can't just be friends. That is a myth.
I would say I got one male friend who probably has not tried to do anything.
I have like 3 real friends.
Okay.
Real male friends that have never tried to. But then I feel
Have you been in that situation though?
Oh yes. Oh yes. And then it was a lot of male friends that switched on me. Like when I got out of my last relationship, there's a lot of male friends that switched on me. On
who were his friends? Can you be friends with your man's friends?
Oh no.
Because they're gonna be in the next bitch face smiling.
No, but it's because I'm a Scorpio, so it's like if I break up with you, I gotta break up with everybody.
Yeah.
Your mama can't call me. Like, no, like once we're done, we're done. I don't want no ties unless I just happen to build like a genuine relationship with somebody in your corner. But even that person, I might have to take some time from because it's like.
So what happened with the friends that you said you lost when that relationship was lost?
Wait, no, take it back. What was I saying right before that?
You said you got 3 male friends.
3 male friends. Oh, so I got out of a relationship, and my friends, the ones, they were always my guy friends.
Okay.
One of them was on some like, yeah, I'm here for you. Like, whenever you need to talk, like, they were like, hit me up and, encourage me. Like, because I was like going through some things when I got my heart broken or whatever. And after a while, it was kind of like we started hanging out more. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this my homie. We hanging out. We just hanging out a little more. And I think he took it a different way. Mm-hmm. And
was he like catching feelings?
Yeah.
Play your role. Yeah. It was not time for that. It's like you a widow. You just lost your husband type shit.
For sure, I felt like
it's giving August Alsina.
I felt like my nigga died, yo.
That nigga is dead. Say it again. He's dead.
That nigga dead. And you sliding in there like, baby, this is not no ski slope. Like, what is you doing? And I just felt like it was a lie.
Did you have to confront him?
I wouldn't even say it was a confrontation. We just kind of had a conversation. It was something that triggered me, and I just
that would have triggered the fuck out
of me.
Yeah. Are you wanting to touch this pussy? We've been friends for time. I'm sorry, Bree. Go ahead. Tell your story.
Because how long you been trying to do this? Like, I don't even want to know the backstory. So yeah, I just had to let him know, like, I'm just not ready for anything.
Yeah.
And at one point, it was like, dang, I kind of had to look back and be like, am I tweaking? Like, should I try to see if I could move on? But I'm like, no, I'll be forcing myself.
Into
learning to like somebody.
And then he would be a rebound at that. So.
And on top of him being my friend, I would hate for that.
Yeah.
I think I handled that well. Dang, now I'm talking about it.
So I've learned, like, because we were talking about, like, avoiding conflict earlier, especially, like, with you and that friend that you lost. I've learned that you just got to say it. And, like, however people take it, that's what it is. Like, I used to avoid the hell out of conflict. But I feel like, is that what you did with him? Just said it. With
him, yeah. I think I said it in a very nice way. But with other people now that I'm like, hell yeah, confrontation.
Right.
Sit down, pack, let's do it. I feel like sometimes I'm a little too honest.
No, we appreciate that. I have a Scorpio best friend, and she is literally like, she's going to tell you exactly what it is every single time.
And sometimes I feel like that's not right. I'm like, we have to like,
because y'all see, I feel like y'all see everything.
Yeah, I do. I see everything. And I'm a journalist girl. I be lurking.
Yeah, I know you see everything.
I will. If I see it and I'm like, is it true? I'm going to find out if it's true for sure. Like, that's just me.
Okay, do you think by like a certain age, by the age 30, that you and your friends should be talking about more in-depth conversations as far as like leveling up, money, and like the next level? Like, do you think that's what your conversation should be based off of?
I feel like you should always have those conversations with your people, no matter the age.
Somebody said, it was a tweet on Twitter where I got that from. Somebody said, y'all wanted the director's board. Y'all don't want no damn friends.
I saw that tweet.
And social media got people head fucked up as far as just like this money chase culture. And y'all want to put that on friendships? No, it shouldn't work like that.
And that's what I've never understood. Because I consider myself a minimalist. So I feel like money come, money go. Like, I've been up, I've been down, I've been back up.
Literally.
Like, once you go down, you're going to learn how to get back up. Period.
Yep.
And you just can't use every aspect of your life to chase money. That's lame to me.
Say that.
I think that's so lame because you're really not experiencing your life.
You're just on a chase.
Exactly. And you will forever be on that chase. Like, hug your kid. Go take care of them. Send your baby mom some child support or something. Like, something. Like, take them to the park or something. Like, everybody, this whole money culture is terrible. But no, I don't think that all of your friends should be money-based or... Mm-hmm. Like, just go be cool with your financial advisor.
Like, it's good to have those conversations. Like, me and my friends, we talk about everything. Like, it's definitely important to have those conversations because you do want to see people around you doing better or doing something. You know what I mean? But every time you talk to me, I don't want to learn. I don't want to hear about
and that's what I say. I don't want to talk about business all
exactly.
the time.
Especially when you work all fucking day. Like,
especially
you need some type of
jobs.
relief.
You're an entrepreneur. Like, I don't want to come with you and drink my mimosas and you talking about... whatever your Shopify. I don't want to talk about e-commerce today. I don't want to talk about your personal
I know my
shirts.
friends get tired of me, shit.
Diamond. No, I'll be like, no. Take a shot. Let's talk about something else.
You
That's
next.
me. Oh, it's me.
Yes, ma'am.
My phone not even.
You should do 22. Let's talk about this, cause honey,
you trying to bring out the worst in me. It's okay to take your man back before taking your friends back.
You hoes need to stand up. Stand up.
We definitely don't hold our friends to the level that we hold our men to.
Why, like me included, don't get me wrong. Like,
me too.
Why do we, like, just hold romantic relationships at such a high regard? Like, I don't understand. Is it because we've been conditioned to feel like romantic relationships are, like, the end all? When our friends are literally right there loving us.
All the time.
All the time.
Regardless if that person is there or not.
Yeah.
I look at it as, I think women, we feel like we losing more when we losing a man, opposed to when we're losing a friend.
That's the fucked up part, because a lot of women use men to validate themselves. Mm-hmm. And, like, I really feel like it just shouldn't be like that. And a lot of women... like, the women in my life has taught me how to be a woman and a friend. You know what I mean? These niggas can't even buy you a cheeseburger. And it's just like, we hold men at such a high regard. And I just want better for us as a whole, because these niggas is not here. And it's like the women are literally here above these men. I'm sorry.
It's like we spin a block for men 1,000 times over. But a friend will be like, especially, don't let it be your birthday, sis. You gone. Like, you're never
literally.
But, like, so have you ever forgiven a friend? Like, been like, okay, like,
you know, I wanted to tell my story.
Tell your story, sis. Tell your testimony. Dick and diamond, honey.
So, me and my friend Shamiria, we're actually best friends. Shamiria, don't be mad at me. But we used to argue so fucking much. Like, we literally used to just bump heads, because I think we're so both bossy, kind of. And trying to just tell each other what to do. We argue like Pam and Martin, like literally all the time. But we actually came to, I wouldn't say a conclusion, but like where it's like really copacetic now. Like I've always loved Shamiria, always seen her as my best friend, but it's like we always just bumped heads, and I took everything personal that she did, and I don't know why. But now we're at a pace where it's like it's all just love, and it's flowing now. But let me tell you, it took a lot to get there. And does that not make her my friend? No, she's been my friend. We just grew together.
To that point where it was like, okay, you crazy, I'm crazy.
I think that just takes me and my friends have really like a lot of deep, honest conversations with each other, like brutal honesty, brutal. And I think that's what it takes sometimes to get from that dirt and to grow together. So it was just a lot of conversations over time that happened where we just saw each other for what it was, and this is how we deal with each other now. We have the most fun together, though, so that's my girl, though.
That's crazy. My friend group is the same way. Like, we literally have to, at some point...
Those conversations are extremely needed.
We have to sit y'all down. Y'all gonna talk it out. We gonna moderate, or however. Like, we have to talk about this. Because a lot of times, like, women friendships, we end over the smallest thing.
It's always cattiness and pettiness. And, within women itself, not even friendships, just women themselves, it's so much competition and jealousy, and I think that society has, of course, made us that way. Like, we just see each other as competitors, like Beyonce said, or wherever she got that poem from. We see each other as competitors. We see each other as competitors first before anything, and I think that's just so fucked up.
Is it okay to be jealous of your friend?
That's a good one. Kelly Rowland was jealous of Beyonce.
I'm sure she didn't even live with her parents.
Where's she from?
Beyonce them raised her. Well, Beyonce them. Tina them raised
Kelly. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. But yes, Kelly Rowland was jealous of Beyonce throughout their friendship and Destiny's Child. And, you know, she had came out in that Dirty Laundry song saying it or whatever. I think jealousy is... I think it's a human emotion that everybody feels.
I hate when people say, I don't get jealous of
you
nobody.
do.
I don't
you
feel
do.
jealous enough.
You
I
do.
not like
Cut
that.
it out.
I don't know.
It's how you act on your jealousy. It's how you project your jealousy. It's if you're not motivated by people, then you're jealous of them because you don't see yourself having the same things as them when you can't attain that. When people get jealous, I just think they have low self-worth or not low self-worth because it is a normal emotion, but more so like how they react to their jealousy.
It's like you on a
like I think Kelly
vibration.
Rowland reacted in a healthy manner to her. She started her own stuff. She did her own thing.
I think you can be jealous and you can even ask the question. Because I'm not only child. I would say I get jealous. Like, I'm the only child.
What do you get jealous of, though?
Sometimes, well, not as much, but even coming up in radio, it'll be like, oh, I feel like I'm working this amount. Like, I'm hosting these shows and I'm working with this person and this person. I'm getting these events. And then I'll see, like, a counterpart or a coworker get, you know, an opportunity. I'm like, dang, why couldn't I get that opportunity? Like, what was it about me where I wasn't able to, you know, fulfill this certain job or whatever? But you just gotta, like, at the end of the day, well, I had to learn that radio is politics. But other than that, it's like, you gotta just look at it. You could have that moment where you're jealous or have that moment where you like, the fuck?
Right.
But after that, as long as you use that emotion and just stay motivated and do what you want to do, I think that's the best way to go about it. But it's okay to be jealous.
But I don't think it's okay to be jealous of your friends, though. I think it's okay to, like, have, like... I think it's okay to be, like, motivated by your friend. Like, see something that your friend has. I'm like, ooh, I want something like that for myself.
And that's what I'm saying. Because if you become jealous of your friend, now you acting different.
Yes. Ooh, let's talk about frenemies.
Ooh, honey.
Let's talk about frenemies. Because these are the girls or the boys that they want to be your friend, but they also hate on you. Like, we have haters. If you don't have no haters, I'm sorry, you're a loser. Like, everybody should have a hater out there. Everybody in the world should have a fucking hater. I'm so serious.
I used to always say I don't have haters.
And you would be naive. You would be naive, especially in the position that you're in, to think that you don't have anybody that's hating on you.
Because my stupid ass was running around thinking everybody liked me.
Exactly, and that was my problem.
And that's my problem. Like, people, and that be the thing, though, you would never know because these girls and these boys will sit there, well, women and men will sit there, speak to you, you know, have conversations, hit you about this and that, invite you out to events. Whole time, you speaking to them, y'all twerking and juking, do whatever y'all want to do. Whole time, they don't even like you.
They don't even like you.
How do you continue to interact with somebody that you don't like?
That's the epitome of, like, fakeness. Like, don't even come around me with that type of energy because I'm going to see it, I'm going to peep it, and, like, you know who you are.
Or just don't do the most. Like, I feel like if you feel a type of way, we could always be cordial.
We could always be cordial, but it's like they want to have that closeness to you. It's like keeping your enemies close type shit, and that's why they call frenemies.
And that should be a sin. You should go to hell for shit.
And, you know, people, how do you feel about people, like, switching their friend groups consistently? Like, we're almost 30. I don't want to say
ages and stuff.
It matters.
Why did you do it like that?
I feel like you almost 30, however old you are, and you still... It's okay to have friends outside your friends. Don't get me wrong, because I do. I have friends outside of my friends, but I'm not chasing friend groups. That's just never been a thing of mine.
Have you witnessed somebody chasing friend groups?
Absolutely.
What was that?
Losers. Losers. But we ain't gonna spend too much time on that. But I just want people to find, like, their tribe because it's so important.
Why do people switch friend groups? We need to
I feel like a lot of people chase things. People chase instead of build. Like I was saying with Shamiriye, like, we literally worked on our friendship and built our friendship. We had those conversations, and I feel like people don't want to take the time to do stuff like that. They rather just move on to the next group or the next man or the next friend, or, like, just keep chasing and chasing and chasing until you burn yourself out.
But, you know, honestly, you have to really think, like, so when you start to learn certain people, you really start to learn that some people just don't know how to be a good friend.
Ooh. Do you think that women who don't have any female friends are not good friends?
I don't think they are not good friends. That I would feel like would be, you got a very envious trait about you if you can't hang around with the females.
I never ever looked at it like that.
I think that's something internal.
I think you're right.
Unless you just like a basketball player, you grew up with hella dudes. Like that's just like your tribe.
Exactly.
That's who you like go to. But other than that, like girls would be like, I don't hang with other females. Like that is
those
weird.
are the weakest links. If you ask me,
weird.
That is so weird. You can't. You're a woman and you can't connect to another woman.
It's so weird.
Yes.
Or girls that be like, I don't have friends. You got a friend, G. Don't
you over here tweeting. You don't have friends and your friend at home reading it.
Exactly. Girl, now pull up. Cause what? Give me my money back for my birthday
It's attention seeking. I think, like you said, something very valuable. Like people need to learn how to be a fucking friend first.
Yeah, we need to learn how to be friends. And how do you learn that at our big age?
You told me to stop bringing age.
I'm sorry, I didn't put age, but at our big age,
I think you need to sit with yourself because the surface level shit is cool with people that are surface level with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't build like those deep emotional bonds to your friends, I think something is internally going on with you as far as you don't see yourself valuable as a friend. Like, what else could it possibly be? Because I feel like everybody should have at least one good friend that they can depend on, call quality at the end of the day.
And I think females that hang with a lot of dudes, like, you weird and you doing some weird shit.
You think they fucking?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I didn't say the F word, but
I
think so.
Okay, next.
That is weird.
That is very weird.
That is so weird. Why do you want to be around men all the time? You can't go shopping. Brunch is not as fun. When you twerking, who's twerking with you? Are they smacking your ass?
I just think that women need women connection, like, and that's just what it is at the end of the day. We need to connect with other women, period. Okay, do you think, because I saw this girl, she was going viral, and she was basically saying, like, I want my friends all to be baddies. I date these type of men.
That girl was not a baddie.
That girl had on Old Navy. She was like, I date these type of men. I want my friends to date these type of men, blah, blah, blah. I want them to be more bad. I want them to look like this, blah, blah, blah. Do you think friendship should be based off of stuff like that?
No. Why are you trying to build freaking Barbie's dream house with your friends? That is, you know what? I hate that we living in a world where we got to go through the world shutting down. We got to go through weird assholes. We got to go through PPP scamming. Like the things that we have to go through in our lives as like
what we have to witness. Yes,
a whole nother world war. Like this is ridiculous. Like why do you feel like your friends have to look a certain way? Because you probably broke and you don't got no money to go to the club yourself, and you think that, oh, if I have my friends are up to this standard, guys are gonna invite us to the club. The guys are gonna put us in sections. I feel like
everybody, yes.
We're gonna just like I feel like I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I heard a lot. That one time I got trolled on Twitter, I learned a lot.
Girl, why they was coming for you like that?
Girl, the Chicago music scene is dry.
That's the clip. I'm sorry. We have to.
I will say this. I've witnessed women say verbatim out of their mouth, like when they get their body done or getting their body done has upgraded their lifestyle.
I don't doubt that.
But I feel like
because men are superficial like that.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that should be a primary ambition. You feel me?
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
And it goes back to old girl saying my friends have to look like this. Probably because she wants the friend group that she has probably doesn't live a certain lifestyle. Mm-hmm. She probably looks on social media and I want to be Jay the waiter.
I want to be Jay the waiter. But the thing is, that girl was, shout out to you, girl. She was on Instagram talking about all her friends needing to be baddies or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she was still in the same breath asking for money for attire. Like, baby, go sit down.
She was asking for money?
She was asking for money for attire. Go sit down,
like
honey.
her clothes?
No, like her tire popped on her car. I'm crying at clothes. Okay. I'm done with Bree.
Sis wants to go to the
I'm done with Bree. Okay, do you think...
Not her tire. You better get a AAA membership.
She wanted her friends to be baddies, but You on Instagram asking people to cash up you.
Honey, you don't got to spare.
Honey, the call is coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house.
I bet she was on Wi-Fi. Her phone probably wasn't even on.
And you know what? I ain't gonna say that.
A tire, yo.
Okay, Bree. If I dated somebody as a friend.
Hell no.
Okay. I guess we can't do that one.
What they be saying, they be like, you gotta go out in the box. We gotta.
I would have to be dead before Bree dates one of mine.
Nah, we just gotta tussle. If I win, you can't have them. If you win,
may the best pussy win, man.
No, I'm lying. This has happened to, I've witnessed this happen. I feel like it depends on how many years it's been.
Okay.
Well, we could finish.
It depends on how close. No, that was the question. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. The question is, as a friend, we're free. I do. What about? As friends, can we date the same man if time has passed?
Time has to pass.
How much time though? And does time really matter? Because I can't.
But you know, I feel like time heals all.
Okay.
I feel like time heals all. So
time is very healing.
I can't say how much time. Yeah, I can't say how much time, but time has to pass. I have to be healed from if I really took this person serious, if I really thought like I was gonna have a real future with this person, and you just have to talk to me about it.
Yeah,
like
come to me.
Yeah, it was, and I would say, okay, I'll tell this story. It was a time where. That's crazy because one of my homies was telling me I should do like a segment about. I got some wild dating stories.
I see you got the stories.
I got some wild dating stories.
I love hearing stories.
This is a friendship story. There was a time where she's my best friend too. She had an event. I went to her event, and as I'm walking to the event, when our homies pull up, and we hadn't seen him in like a couple years, and he like pull up on me or whatever, and you know when looking at you a certain way, it's like I already know what this is. You coming in, I bet. So he came in, we was talking or whatever, and you know how we be, like you see somebody and you'll walk up to your homie and be like, all right, that's him, like you know. And at the time she ain't say nothing. Like I said it, she didn't say anything.
She was sneaking dick.
She didn't say anything. So we go to another spot. We chilling, and we go outside. She was outside chilling, and I go out there. I'm like, "You good?" And she just blows up at me. She's like, "No, I'm not good." What? And I'm like, "What's wrong? You said that you'll do this, and this, to so-and-so, and we used to talk." When I tell you, I completely forgot.
And that was just an honest mistake.
It was literally just like we ended up talking about it, moving on. But she didn't think that I had. She figured that I had remembered, and it was just like, no, I literally forgot.
And sometimes we just don't know.
Yeah, it was literally that. She went off on me, honey. I was confused. She had time to go off on me because I was sitting there confused, like, why are you going off on me? And she finally said that they used to talk, and I was like, dang, I don't remember that. But
I think that's just against girl code, like.
Yeah, and it was an honest mistake. I apologize. Yeah. I was like, girl, he fine, but it's okay. You can have them.
You got any more that you want to share before we get up out of here? I think we had such a good conversations revolving around friends. Yes. I think friends are so essential to like our livelihood. Like I take my friendship group so serious because it's like really foundational for me. Like
I love my friends.
Yeah, they pour into you. Pour into you.
And I real life be like thanking God for my friends. Yes. And I make sure I tell them like I appreciate y'all so much because I see people go in and out of friendships. Yes. I see you will sit there and see people friendships just like fall apart over the smallest thing. So it's like to have like good substantial friends. It's an essential for your life. So if you out here tweeting that you ain't got no friends, just get you one or two.
And stop speaking that it's a manifestation. Like
go on Bumble.
It's okay to have friends. I think people do have a intimacy issue with their friends, like to be like close to somebody, like as far as like a trust issue type of thing. And I think it's okay. And like my friends have let me know that like it's okay to let people in on your life, and we need to start doing more of that. With our friendships, we need to start lifting and pouring into our friendships more and get rid of the fakes. Like, and I'm always going to say that, like, you fake bitches can stay away from me. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Like, I know what real love and real friendship feels like, and I know what it doesn't feel like. So
you got to hold on to that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for joining in to the podcast. I was so happy to see it with the big 290 queen.
Big 290.
You got anything to promote or say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, buy my candles, specific.com. Listen to me, Power 92 Chicago. And I think that's it. I'm hosting a lot of stuff. I don't know when it's coming out, so I'm not going to promote nothing. Just follow me at BreeSpecific.
Okay, and should figure out one last thing. Chicago music scene is dry.
Stop
and we
saying
love
that.
y'all. I'm just kidding. They ain't gonna come. They ain't gonna come for you. Protect black women.
I text Diamond. I literally text Diamond like, gee, everybody can go to hell that day. I was like, I'm over it.
Period. Thank y'all so much and tune in to the next episode.